Thank you. I'm Dave Knudsen. I'm very glad to be here today among friends. I grew up in Yankton, was a product of the public school system there, went to college at Harvard University, went to law school at New York University, and came back and have been a business lawyer in Sioux Falls since then, helping businessmen and women solve their problems. I've had a reasonably active life in government service, and I should mention my wife of 35 years started as a school teacher. She taught in Vermillion, she taught at West Central High School in Hartford, she taught at Washington High, and actually had a couple of brief stints doing the dreaded freshman English at Augustana and the University of Sioux Falls. And our children both went to public school in Sioux Falls. But I've been able to serve as the governor's chief of staff on 2 occasions in 1995 and 1999. I've served 8 years in the South Dakota Senate. The last 4 have been as the Senate Majority Leader. The most fundamental common thread in all of my public service has been education. In 1995, as Governor Jankel's chief of staff, I essentially wrote what we have today as the school funding formula. In '99, I think we redid the special ed formula into more or less what it stands today. In 2007, it was my bill that made the fairly significant changes, the only significant changes that have been made to the funding formula, where we added the concept of sparse schools, did the special provisions for growing enrollment, declining enrollment, switched to fall enrollment instead of ADM, some of those technical changes. And for the last 4 or 5 years, my major legislative effort has been to change the index factor in order to increase the amount of funding that our public schools receive, the per pupil amount in South Dakota. All of those bills have passed the Senate. In all of them, we've been violently opposed by the administration. And in every case, I'm very sad to report that we failed to obtain support in the House to make any change at all in the funding formula. But I'm very proud to have led the Senate for 4 or 5 years in passing significant bills that would have substantially improved the index factor that we have. Thank you.